This year things have started to feel a little more normal, although many of the universities from which we've traditionally received interns are not permitting travel to Costa Rica because of our status, our levels of COVID. We have had long-term interns coming from different areas, and it's just been really amazing to have people back on base, to see the projects starting to go out at full capacity again, to have teams on the beach at night for turtles, to have people heading out for otters, heading into the park for mammals. It's been really fantastic. Obviously, the pandemic brought its own set of challenges, both logistically in trying to cover research with no interns or volunteers, and for a time having very limited access to different areas. But also the financial limitations that we had, where we still have to do repairs to base, we still have to keep the lights on, keep the phone going, and we didn't know how long it was going to last. Quite frankly, Caña Palma would not be open today if it wasn't for the amazing support that we had from the COTEC board, from former interns and volunteers, and supporters of Caña Palma and COTEC in the fundraising campaign. It was absolutely amazing to see how people came out to help us, and is so incredibly appreciated. Over the years, we've had some amazing community interns, and I don't think we can even begin to thank them enough for the time and effort that they've put in and the value that they've given to these kids' lives. And it's really heartwarming to see 9-10 years later, these same kids who were being stroppy with the interns in Conservation Club, showing off their Conservation Club certificates along with their high school diplomas, and reminiscing about the days they went birding, or the painting they did, or the recycling mural that they made. So it's heartwarming, though we make slow progress. It's heartwarming to hear those stories and to know that the interns have touched their lives in a positive way. The community program has been a real roller coaster. It's had a lot of highs and lows, and it's changed a lot. We've had to adapt a lot over the years as we've developed a greater understanding of the community, as we've developed our relationship within the community, and as the kids' needs have changed in response to changes, growth and development of the local community of San Francisco. Probably the most rewarding aspect of the work for me thus far has been the development of long-term projects and how that's affected the students, the type of students that we have coming in. We now have a lot of long-term interns who are here from between 3 and 6 months typically, and occasionally for up to 9 months, who can come in and use our long-term data and use that to springboard their own projects, or use that to analyze in different ways. And it's really great to have these young minds, to have the mix of people coming in from different countries, but with shared passion for conservation and research. The core reasons that Manuel and I joined the Caña Palma team as staff have remained the same over the last few years, wanting to make sure that it is a place that is accessible to young biologists, for them to get great work experience, to be able to collect good data across a variety of different taxon, to honour Marilyn Cole's wishes, her desires for the station, but also to work on community conservation and see where we can fit in, how we can help, and how we can get the community more involved in conservation efforts. It seems at times like a lot has changed, and then at other times it seems like nothing changes. The area is still as beautiful and as captivating as the first day I got here, and every time I have to leave, there is nothing more beautiful than coming home, coming down the river in the boat, going past the sandbanks, coming out onto the main river Penitencia, where it opens up and you can see the Cerro, and then finally turning onto Cañapama itself, where the water goes from milky coffee to black coffee in color, and suddenly the forest is all around you. Having lived in cities around the world, there is nowhere that I would rather be than in the rainforest here in Costa Rica. From my arrival as a volunteer to my involvement as station manager, it's always felt like a privilege to be able to work at Cañapama. While it may seem a little weird, one of the most satisfying aspects of working at Cañapama is seeing people move on. It is always hard to say goodbye, and there are so many people that you want to come back year after year. But it is always amazing to hear from our former interns a year, 2 years, 4 years down the track when they've completed their masters, or they've got the job that they always wanted, or are working on their PhD or have achieved their PhD. And it's been really awesome to see some of our former interns ending up as board members and continuing their contribution. We just have such amazing people come to the station. It is really heartwarming to be able to share in their success. And on behalf of Manuel and myself, I would like to wish Cotec a happy 30th anniversary and hope that we have many more years of conservation ahead of us.